with the new Ahsoka trailer that came out, a question that a lot of fans are kind of asking is whether or not you should watch Rebels before you go see the Ahsoka series. I would hope that with the Ahsoka series that you wouldn't, but at the same time, I don't know, but I think you probably should, because the thing is, it could just be a situation where a lot of the characters, you don't have to know their backstory. You just, if you're watching this without watching Rebels, you're thinking, okay, these are just new characters that know Ahsoka and all that type of stuff, but at the same time, there probably will be a lot of references to the Rebels show. And from the new trailer, I can see that vibe of you have to kind of watch Rebels in order to see Ahsoka, but I don't think it's a good idea because there's 4 seasons of Rebels. I mean, obviously, there's time to watch Rebels, and you probably should. Rebels is actually a good show. Well, except the first season, but the rest of the show is actually really good. And honestly, you should, because it will get you an idea of who the characters are, because even the plot of the Ahsoka series is following the events after Rebels. Like, the last episode of Rebels pretty much sets up the Ahsoka series, and so a lot of it has to do with Rebels. Finding Ezra, finding Thrawn, wanna know why they're lost because of the finale, and would that be spoiling the ending of Rebels in the Ahsoka show if they actually talk about what happened to Ezra and Thrawn? Because it is basically spoiling the ending, because if you're watching Rebels, let's say you're watching after the Ahsoka series comes out, you're basically spoiled, and it's one of those tricky situations, because I feel like most fans who watch live action do not watch animation, so it's not gonna matter. Me saying go watch Rebels, you're probably not gonna do it, because just by looking at the animation, just looking at a quick Google search, you're gonna go, oh, it's just some dumb kids show that was on Disney XD, which, you can, season 1 is that, but no, it's much more than that. And, another layer of this is kind of go to this, this web, this, just sort of catalyst of what do you watch before that, because the Clone Wars is basically, a sequel to that show. It's like the Clone Wars, and you watch Rebels, then you have the Bad Batch in there, you have all these shows. Honestly, just watch Rebels. You don't have to watch the Clone Wars. But like I said, most fans who just watch live action are not going to really listen to me or anyone else, because they don't care about animation. They don't care about Rebels. They don't care to watch 4 seasons of a show before watching this one. It's too much homework. Even though I think it'll be fun homework, most people, when they say, oh, what do you need to watch before Ahsoka besides Rebels, it's just going to be The Mandalorian. That's all you really need to know, because there are still characters from The Mandalorian Season 2 that do show up in this show, so that's basically all you really need to see. I feel like from a casual audience perspective. But there's going to be a lot of stuff for the die-hard fans of Rebels, and I'm all for it, because when I watch the live action shows, I don't watch it by myself. I watch it with my brother and my dad. We watch it together, and I know a lot of stuff. Like when I watch Mandalorian, Obi-Wan Kenobi show, the Andor, all these references to stuff from animation, I notice it, and I appreciate that. But my brother and my dad, they do not know it, which is funny. But also, it would actually enhance the story more if they did, but I don't know if they would want to watch that, because there is a lot. And for a casual audience who possibly has work, they're doing other stuff, watching other shows, they may not want to watch a 4-season show that's meant for kids. I'm going to call it a kids show, even though, yes, I should say this, it's smart for all ages, but it's targeted towards kids, and way more than the Clone Wars is, and it's one of those things where, not everyone likes seeing a Saturday morning cartoon where, it's not really taking itself seriously, it's kind of goofy, and not everyone likes that, and I understand, but as they get more and more down the timeline, more and more projects come out, you sort of have to watch Rebels at some point, or at least look up an episode guide of the important episodes. I'm putting in quotations important episodes, because I watched every episode of Rebels. I actually finished it up recently, and like all the other episodes I guess didn't end up watching, because I did look up in the episode guide, an important episode guide, and after I watched that, I then just watched what people claimed are the filler episodes, and there's no real filler episodes in Rebels, but there are a lot of important episodes that you should watch that are in between a lot of the not so important episodes that are just good side missions that, you know, aren't bad, at least to me at least, but most people who watch live action are more the casual audience. They don't care, and that is sort of a shame. But with the Ahsoka series, I can tell there's gonna be some references to it. There's gonna be a lot of similarities. You know, we're gonna see the epilogue of Rebels. We're gonna see that in live action, which is gonna be really cool. But would you need to see Rebels first in order to understand that? I don't know, honestly, probably, but the Ahsoka series looks promising enough that it won't require you to completely watch Rebels. Like, if you know the characters' names and like their personalities, I think it's also all that really matters. And honestly, that's probably what it is. If you know who all the characters are in Rebels, like in the Ghost Crew, you know who they all are. You know what they've done. You know what they've done for the rebellion. You know all that type of stuff. If you know, then that's all you really know. That's all you really know about the characters for Ahsoka. You know, you don't need to know every specific, exact moment of their life, you know, that happened in the show, all the important beats. All that matters is that Ahsoka knows these people from a Ghost Crew, a couple of them. They need to go find Ezra, because he was with Thrawn when they went missing, and now they have to find them, and you have these new villains trying to get them, so I think that's all that really matters. Now, I think it's what the common thing is, or what everyone's saying, because, you know, if you do have to watch Rebels, that'll be a lot, and I think Dave Filoni knows that people aren't going to do that, because live action, you know, there's a difference between animation and live action. It's a different audience, even though everything's in the same timeline. It's only going to be the die-hard fans like myself who are going to be watching all of it, you know? For most people, they're not going to do that, so when it goes to Ahsoka, we should be very interesting to see a divide. And that's the thing that I'm excited about for Ahsoka, is the division between the two worlds of live-action casual fans and the more die-hard animation fans, where there's way more, you know, lore and world building and crazier things, more deep things happening in the animation side of Star Wars than the live action, because you can do way more in animation than you can in live action. So I am really excited to see Ahsoka. Like, I really am, because I really want to see the crazy stuff that's in animation brought into live action. I really want to see the reaction to the live action fans who don't watch animation and go, what is this? This is not Star Wars, even though it is, because it's in animation for decades now. For whatever they're going to do, if the world between worlds is going to be in it, or the Mortis gods, you know, all these terms that I know, they're common knowledge, but for most live action fans, they probably never heard of it. So it should be really interesting. I'm really excited. I'm really glad that there's going to be a 2-episode premiere on August 23rd, I believe. So that's pretty good, and I'm going to end it here. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And are you excited to see the Ahsoka series? And do you think that Dave Filoni is going to make it a requirement to watch Rebels? Because, you know, an argument can go either way with it, because at this point, it could be anyone's guess. So I'm going to go now, so goodbye, everyone.